hope still blooms where pain has been.
The story of Afghan migration to Iran. Afghan migration to Iran has taken place over several decades, primarily due to war, instability, and poverty in Afghanistan. 1979 to 1989 Soviet invasion and Mujahideen resistance. When the Soviet Union invaded Afghanistan in 1979, a brutal war broke out between Soviet forces and Afghan Mujahideen groups. Millions of Afghans fled to neighboring countries, Iran and Pakistan being the two main destinations. Iran, recently emerging from its own revolution, 1979, opened its border to Afghan refugees, many of whom were Shia Hazara or Sunni Pashtun escaping violence. 1990 Civil War and the rise of Taliban. After the Soviet withdrawal, internal conflict erupted among Mujahideen groups, leading to a civil war. In 1996, the Taliban came to power, enforcing a strict version of Islamic law, severely persecuting minorities, especially Hazaras. Thousands more fled to Iran seeking protection. 2001 to 2021 U.S. invasion and NATO occupation. After 9/11, the U.S.-led coalition overthrew the Taliban. Although some refugees returned, many stayed in Iran due to continued insecurity, poverty, and lack of infrastructure in Afghanistan. 2021 Present Taliban returned to power.
After the U.S. withdrawal and the rapid Taliban takeover, another wave of migration occurred. Afghans feared repression, economic collapse, and persecution, especially women, civil society activists, and ethnic minorities.
Why did Afghan people migrate to Iran?
War and violence, ethnic and sectarian persecution, economic collapse, political repression, geographic proximity. Iran shares a long border with Western Afghanistan, making it an accessible escape route.
Did Iran arm Afghan group or fuel conflict? This is a controversial and politically sensitive topic. Here is a factual overview. Iran's involvement in Afghanistan proxy claims. Iran has historically supported certain factions in Afghanistan to protect its own security, religious interests, and regional influence. In the 1990s, Iran opposed the Taliban and supported the Northern Alliance, which included many Shia and Tajik factions fighting the Taliban. In 1998, the Taliban even killed 11 Iranian diplomats in Mazar-e-Sharif, nearly leading to war between Iran and the Taliban. In the 2000s to 2010s, as the US military presence increased, Iran was accused by Western sources of tactically supporting both anti-Taliban forces and at times elements of the Taliban to undermine US operations, classic example of a proxy balancing act. Did Iran try to destroy Afghanistan?
There is no concrete evidence that the Iranian government's intention was to destroy Afghanistan. However, Iran, like other regional powers, Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, US, Russia, has used Afghanistan as a theater for strategic influence. Iran's proxy policies, militia recruitment, and selective support for factions may have destabilized certain regions or deepened conflict indirectly.
The mountains, we crossed the sand. No map, no promise, just trembling hands. The sky was falling, the world was loud, but we held our name, we stayed unbowed.
I hope the Afghan people, after all the pain and struggle, truly recognize their situation, not to repeat the cycle of instability and war, but to choose a new path. A path of unity, of cooperation, of rebuilding, because only together can they create a peaceful and strong nation they deserve. Thank you for listening.